From my years of coaching professional speakers and executives to speak better on platforms, I think this is the one big mistake that people make. They're too worried about what the audience think about them. Now, here's the good news. The audience don't think anything about you. They don't care about you. All they care about is what you can do for them, what you can share with them, what knowledge you can give them, what they'll be able to do after hearing you speak. They do not care about you. They don't care if you're a bit worried that you're a bit overweight. They don't care if you're losing your hair. They don't care if you've got a funny accent. They don't care what you look like, what you're wearing. All they care about is what you can do for them. So there's only 4 things really, I think, in any presentation. When I coach my Talking Toolbox masterclass, I cut it into 4 sections. Number 1 is you. Now that's the bit that speakers worry about. It's not the most important, but there's just a few things you can do about you. Make sure that you are true to your brand. So I did an event the other day with an athlete, a sports star. I won't say who it was. Very famous sports star, and it was a motivational talk in school, and my job was to interview them on stage and motivate the kids. I met the athlete outside the school. Well, I didn't meet him, I just saw him. He was smoking a cigarette. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "It's all right, they've all gone in." And I just thought, that's it. Just one kid looks out the window and says, the famous guy, the sports guy smoking, that's gone. So you've got to make sure that you are congruent with your brand, whatever you're talking about. So if your big talk is about how to lose weight, you cannot be overweight. That's pretty obvious, isn't it? So you is the least important, but you do have to just make sure that you don't scupper yourself by doing something daft like having a cigarette if you're an athlete. Number 2 is the audience. This is the one people always neglect. They don't do the research. Who are the audience? What do they know? What do they need to know? What will they understand? What won't they understand? So if you're using jargon that's specific to a particular industry and they're not from that industry, that doesn't work. You talk differently to the same company. If in the morning you speak to the engineers and the afternoon you speak to the finance department, you need to speak differently to them, because engineers think differently to finance people. Finance people will know all the technical terms to do with money. The engineers will know all the technical terms to do with how the product's made. You can't mix and match. You've got to think, what do they know? What will they understand? So think about the audience. How old are they? How young are they? If you're going to mention stuff from children's TV in the 70s and they're all 18, they've no idea what you're talking about. What will they not understand, but what will they find funny? What will be of no use to them at all? Just think of all the questions. Are they predominantly men, predominantly women? What ages are they? All these things matter so that you can tailor your talk exactly to them. Think of it as like a bespoke suit. It's not off the peg. You want to tailor it exactly to that audience. What country are they from? If I do a talk to an audience in London, it's not the same as I do to a talk to an audience in Johannesburg, because they know different things. They need to know different things. Things affect them in different ways. There's cultural sensitivities. So you've got to tailor it to your audience. So you, your audience, and then the 2 other things are your message and how you deliver it. So those are the only 4 things to worry about. Now, the message and the delivery. I think most presentation skills coaches concentrate on the delivery. And I think this is a bit controversial, I think the most important is the message. Because you could deliver a beautiful presentation that's really fluent in a lovely voice, nice and rich, and you do all the gestures and you've got marvellous slides and everything, but your message is of no value, no interest. People will not forgive you if you waste an hour of their life, no matter how slick you are. But they'll forgive you if you're not a very good presenter, but your content is absolutely gripping, it's absolutely nailed on to what they need. They'll forgive you if you're not the best presenter. So I think the message is the most important. Delivery clearly is important, but all this stuff about body language being so important, rubbish. Words are the most important thing. You can mess it up a little bit by having rubbish slides. You can mess it up a little bit by having a flat delivery, but you completely destroy it if your words aren't there. So you, the least important thing. No one cares about you as long as you haven't messed it up by having a cigarette if you're an athlete. The audience. Have you thought about the audience? Message, the most important thing, and then delivery, well, that's the icing on the cake if you deliver it well. If you can get all 4 of those things flying together in formation, you, the audience, the message and the delivery, you have cracked it, and you will make a good career out of being a professional speaker. But if you can only be good at one of those, please, please, please make it the message. Words are important. Words are the king in the speaking world. Thank you very much. I wish you all success. If I can help you, my email's there. Contact me, and happy speaking.